Hey guys, my name is James Walsh, and you are listening to the Wrestling Epicenter here on YouTube. I want to thank you for finding us. Please do me a favor and click that subscribe button and the notifications bell. And if you get the chance on this video, click the like button. If you do, it'll turn blue. Check it out. Also, check out WrestlingEpicenter.com for all this great content available in MP3 format, our online store that'll keep us going free and clear, daily news updates, as well as all the information from the history of professional wrestling you could possibly ever want. Check out WrestlingEpicenter.com online right now. Without any delay, let's get to your interview here on the Wrestling Epicenter.
And welcome back to the interactive interview here on WrestlingEpicenter.com. Back on the Newsmaker line for the second time is the one and only Dawn Marie. Dawn, how you doing again?
I'm doing terrific. Thank you.
All righty. The last time we had you on, I billed it on the website as an incredible interview. I really enjoyed it. We kind of went more in a talking about the innards of the business more than I think I anticipated, but I'm glad we did. So when I found out that you were doing this Rscue project, I wasn't really surprised because I knew that you had the love for the business that you do. So let me ask you this. How did this whole idea for Rscue come about?
Well, it came about, I think as we spoke last time, I went through sort of a downward spiral, and I went through a bit of a depression, an identity crisis after WWE. And through, I would like to call it like my last phase or my last part of that cycle, my sister-in-law fell very ill with a disease called Rscue. And what this disease is that if you even touch her, the slightest touch of even a feather, it hurts as bad as being gasoline poured on you and put on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's insane. And she went from being a really healthy, active lady to in a wheelchair, 80 pounds less within months.
Oh my God.
And it was unbelievable. So what happened was in the States they were doing a low dose therapy to help her. It wasn't working, so we had to send her out of the country. And this procedure cost $50,000. And being that it was out of the country, her insurance wouldn't cover it either. So our family had to do some fundraising and quickly. And through that, we were able to raise $32,000 of the $50,000 that she needed.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and we fell $18,000 short. So what happened was we told her, listen, your number came up. She got accepted to a program in Mexico. And we said, just go, put it on your credit card, and we'll do some more fundraising. So when we started to do the fundraising, I figured I'd call some local celebrities and friends and stuff, and let's do something here. Well, it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and everyone was coming out of the woodwork saying, you know, we want to help you, we want to help your family, we want to do this, this, and this. And at the same time, I was out doing a lot of appearances and getting the word out there. And while I was out doing the appearances, I just saw this incredible need for health care for these individuals that just were living as cripples because they need a knee surgery or a knee replacement or a hip replacement or whatever. And they just weren't living quality life in their last seasons of life. And it made me so sad. So that awareness of seeing this while I was out trying to help my sister-in-law, and through realizing life is way too short, as my sister-in-law just couldn't even enjoy the smallest pleasures in life, like eating an ice cream cone, taking a shower, anything like that, because it was excruciatingly painful. I realized that I was probably being very silly going through a depression over a lost career, a lost physique, new lifestyle, new identity, and all sorts of things. And it kind of really pulled myself together. And through the outpour of help that the industry was giving me, I said I wanted to do something and give back. And I created Rscue.
And this is really a novel concept. And basically your idea is to help retired professional wrestlers. Is that correct?
Yes. The first stage is awareness of the need, to put the word out there. Many people are not aware of the fact that even when we're with a major company, that we don't have any health care, we don't have pensions, we don't have 401ks, we don't have anything like that. There's not even anything formed that we can join or purchase at a reasonable rate, or an affordable rate, should I say. The world doesn't know that, we all know healthcare is expensive, and it's extremely expensive for someone that sits behind a desk and has a very non-risk type of job.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only imagine what the price tag is of healthcare on someone that has a high-risk job.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's just not even affordable if you're lucky enough to get someone to cover you. And so Wrestlers Rescue, we're hoping to have enough alumni under our corporate umbrella that we can actually purchase healthcare at a group rate. And we're looking to reach that goal at 5 years. But I'll tell you, we've had such an outpour in the last 2 months. Someone just sent me a package the other day that's willing to, maybe we'll be able to do it a little earlier, which is awesome.
Interesting idea. Now, would this be anything that would concern the U word? And by the U word, I mean union.
Union. No. This has nothing to do with the union. I'm asked this question very often. If we had a union, this would not even be an issue. But because of the uniqueness of our industry and the uniqueness of places to actually work, union is not a possibility right now.
Right.
And that is not what our main goal is. Our main goal right now is to make an alumni. And this alumni is our community coming together, up our fellow fallen hero, and just saying, hey, I'm going to help you, and we're going to put a Band-Aid on that, and we're going to see, and I'm going to do what I can with the celebrity and this gift of an industry that was given to me to help you live a better life. And it's really kind of bringing back a sense of community amongst our industry, which we've been losing very regularly. In my opinion, our community is being lost due to the superstars being made so quickly. We've all heard about the girls that are being found out of magazines,
right,
and guys being plucked out of the gym because of their enormous stature, and the theory is, hey, I could make a star. We all know that it can't happen. You're born a star.
Yep.
You can't make stars. You can enhance and teach a star, but you can't make one. We're born. So a sense of our community is lost, in my opinion, and many others feel that way. Our veteranship, should I say, we call it, in the locker room. There was a time when I first started in the industry that you weren't even, your name wasn't even acknowledged, or even, a gleam of a speck of a little light at the end of the tunnel until you were in the industry 5-7 years. 10 years. If you were lucky, WWE may allow you to come into a locker room and say, "Hey, who are you?" You know what I mean?
I mean, and you got to look at it the way that the old timers looked at it. One of our local celebrities around here is a little Elvis impersonator that you can find anywhere at the Superstition Springs golf course at any time. The Honky Tonk Man, and he actually, and he said once, and not to me because he won't do our interview for some reason. He said in an interview once that he was offered the opportunity to go to the WWE, WWF at the time, obviously, back in '85, and he rejected it because he didn't think he was ready yet. And it took him, he wanted to be into the business about 10 years before he wanted to make it to the WWE TV, because when he got to that level, he wanted people to see him at the best he could be.
Absolutely. And that's the way it was. I mean, I can remember when I was at ECW, and everyone was being plucked to WCW and this place and that place. And I can remember the excitement of thinking, oh, maybe one day they'll want me. But at the same time, having that fear in the back of my head going, are you really ready? When you go there, you want to be like it. You want to be proud of your work. It wasn't the place to learn. That was the place to bloom. That was the place where you take all that knowledge and experience, and then you go, hey, look at what I can do with it. It wasn't where you got all your knowledge and experience. And that's where I think I can't even explain it. It's just so confusing now. I don't get it. And Wrestlers Rescue, we're there to be an alumni and to create a community again.
Right. Now, I wanted to ask you this. Now, in our interview, I have to be honest with you. In our interview with Tori, she mentioned that if she has to get another back surgery, she hopes that it'll be covered by WWE's insurance. Now, you just said a few minutes ago that WWE, when you're out there, you're really high risk and you're not necessarily under insurance. So, under WWE, did you have any kind of health coverage or no?
No, we don't have insurance with WWE. What she's probably, and I don't know her contract, so, I don't know, but the generic formula is if you were injured in the ring or you were injured, through your career choice and you're there, they would pay for it. So if I went in there and I blew my knee out in a match, they took care of it. Mm-hmm. Now, if I fell ill with cancer, or if I fell ill with, I don't know, kidney stones.
Or may I say, if you got pregnant. Sorry.
Well, or if I had pneumonia, should I say.
Yeah.
No, they did not pay my doctor bills. It were injuries due to performing at the moment. But we don't have health care for life illnesses.
That's very interesting. Patrick, are you still with us?
I'm still there.
Okay, cool. Cool. Why don't you jump in here, Pat? You've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. First of all, I think this idea that you're doing is really great. Any more details you'd like to hit us with about what it's all about and what the show's going to be like and everything?
Well, I'll tell you what. I could sit here in my home in Edison, New Jersey, and think of all the most wonderful concepts and put it on paper and do all my work and work 17 hours a day, myself and my assistant. But the bottom line is, unless people show up, unless people donate, unless people buy product, it's really not worth the paper it's written on.
And how are things going? Because I actually talked to a guy, I don't know if you know him, a guy named Mark Bodek. Sent me an IM because I mentioned on the website that we were having you on for an interview, and he basically said, you got to do what you can to promote this because Dawn needs the help.
We need help. We need a lot of help. And, it's like I was just talking to someone the other day. I was talking to my friend at the Fuse. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's like a music station. Mm-hmm. And I just said, I just feel like I'm crying because he heard that I was so stressed. And he goes, what's wrong with you? I go, I'm sitting here and I don't know what else to do. I'm doing 3 and 4 interviews a day. Our alumni is doing interviews, and this and that. And it's coming up to next week is D-Day, next Sunday, the 14th. And I was like, I feel like crying because I feel like I'm missing something, or maybe I forgot something, or, I have so many people's lives and well-being and quality of life, and I don't want to let people down. I don't want to let our community down. I don't want to let our industry down. Like I said, unless people contribute in whichever way they can, as small as $1, 50 cents, put the donation in, it's really not worth the paper it's written on. And that's important.
I'm sorry, I just want to ask, who else have you gotten to help you out with this?
On the administration side?
On the any wrestlers who have called you up and agreed to help and any...
Well, obviously you got a lot of people that are going to show up for the event, but I do think he meant on the administration side.
Yeah, people have been trying to help as much as they can. We set up interviews. Like you were talking to Tori earlier, we had Sandman. Everyone's been so awesome. Terry Reynolds, Tracy Bingham. Everyone's just like gone. Whatever Wrestlers Rescue needs, interview-wise, whatever, we'll make the time. You have to realize we have almost 40 celebrities. 40 celebrities.
40.
Volunteered.
Now, these are non-wrestling celebrities?
Both, between wrestling and non-wrestling celebrities.
Oh, wow.
We have Bumblefoot, the lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses.
Who's that again?
Bumblefoot.
Oh, that's the new guy. Oh, I know who he is, yeah. Obviously, you probably can tell by my email address, I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan. So, yeah, that's awesome that he's showing up.
He's coming up free of charge.
Wow.
to help wrestlers with Wrestlers Rescue. Okay, we have Tracy Bingham. She's a Surreal Life Baywatch. We have some of the original cast members of the Bad News Bears.
Get out of here.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And they're only doing the super ticket. That's it. You don't buy the super ticket again.
Oh, wow.
They're not selling 8x10s there. They don't even do appearances. Steiner, which is their the name of their agent, donated them to this cause.
Wow.
Okay? That is gigantic.
Now, Now, how about professional wrestling? I saw that Captain Lou Albano's coming down.
Captain Lou. We have Sandman. We have Mick Foley. Mick Foley, okay, legend. I don't even have to tell you his criteria, his resume. He is donating every single penny made to Wrestlers Rescue.
Really?
That's made like that. He's donating the proceeds, like he's bringing books, T-shirts, 8x10s, his Polaroids. He says, Dawn Marie, I love what you're doing.
You know,
I will donate my time and give you every penny that is made at my table.
that is awesome. You know, I got to tell you, I always had mixed feelings towards Mick. I spoke to him once. I think it was just kind of a personality clash when we did the interview. I liked him, but I think it was a personality clash. But I saw him earlier this year. He did a fundraiser for a station nightclub, which was a fire that happened at a rock concert, and it killed a bunch of people. And I know he donated money to that. And right there, I gained respect for him. And finding out that he's helping out this cause, I think I have more respect for him now than ever.
You know what? We're all human beings. You might have just caught him on a bad day.
Exactly. And I never have anything bad to say about him.
I mean, you know, basically the way that Wrestlers Rescue is making money off this foundation, this fundraiser, is this. If you purchase a super ticket, which is everybody's 8x10, there's about 30 people in the super ticket. Excuse me, not everybody, but it's about 30 people. And you receive an 8x10 photo, autographed, personalized to you. In a beautiful folder that says Wrestlers Rescue, you open it up, has a cover letter, what it's all about. You receive a T-shirt of the event, and you also receive a 3-hour VIP signing continental breakfast with the stars from 10 to 11 for only $250.
Wow.
That comes out to about $6-7 a picture. Come on.
Wow.
And that includes the Bad News Bears guys, Mick Foley, Ashley Mazzaro, Tamara Sky. We have 5 playmates, centerfold playmates on our card.
Wow.
Okay, 5.
That's wow.
Now, yeah. So now we have $250 for that. You could also purchase something called the E-Super Ticket, which is all those wonderful things we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Purchase it online. You give us your name. We will have that super ticket signed to you, personalized, if you want it, and we will mail it out to you with the T-shirt, with a letter of authenticity, certificate of authenticity, with the super ticket, because they're numbered. There's only 200 being made.
Oh, wow.
It is a collector's item.
Absolutely.
And it will be mailed to you within 2 weeks after the event.
Wow.
Okay, that's how Wrestlers Rescue is making money. The other way we're generating money is through the entrance fee. It's $15 if you pre-buy on wrestlersrescue.org. If you buy at the door, it's $20. That is how we're raising money for the convention. Now, if you buy Polaroids, 8x10s, like anything additional to that, those dollars go to the actual star that's selling it to you. Because, you know, who am I to say you have to come in for free and not make some money for your family, too?
Right.
If they're donating their time, they're not getting paid to be there. It's just whatever they make, the extra dollars, that's for them. Mick Foley declined to take those extra dollars and to give it to Wrestlers Rescue. Tamara Sky, Ashley Mazzaro, there are many people that have declined the extra dollars and will be donating it to Wrestlers Rescue.
Really?
Some people are doing a percentage. Some people are giving 50%, 10%. You know, we all have our own family needs, and not one is more. You know, we're not more happy to accept one over the other because we know it's like you're giving what you can.
Right.
So that's how Wrestlers Rescue is making money.
Excellent.
The other way is through our semi-formal dinner with the stars. It's a red carpet event, beautiful gala event For $125, only $125, you can buy a dinner ticket to this red carpet event.
Mm-hmm.
There's open bar, top shelf liquor for 4 hours.
Right.
Beautiful banquet dinner.
Wait a minute. You said open bar, top shelf liquor?
Yeah.
That's worth the money right there. There you go, right there.
$125. Plus, we're having a huge banquet dinner. I mean, carving stations. There's things spaghetti and meatballs. Carving stations, steak, chicken, fish. Vietnamese tables. Like those are tables with all sorts of desserts. We have a DJ. We have Tamara Sky, which is a celebrity DJ.
Wow.
And she's also a playmate. She's going to actually spin at the event for an hour.
Very cool.
Okay. We have Auction a Date with a Diva, which the proceeds are going to Wrestlers Rescue. We're going to have lunch the following day at a steakhouse that have donated 10 steak dinners or lunches. New Orleans Steakhouse in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Where's that again?
It's New Orleans Steakhouse in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
I've eaten there, and I can tell you, it's worth the money.
I mean, lunch here alone would be about $35, $40.
Oh, yeah, that's a very nice place.
Easy, a lunch. So they donated 10 lunches for us to auction off girls, to have a date, the person that won us, and have a wonderful lunch.
Awesome.
Separate tables and everything, so you have our undivided attention.
Awesome.
We have a sports memorabilia person coming there at the dinner, and it's all like high-end sports memorabilia, wrestling, baseball, basketball, football, jerseys, baseball signed, all sorts of cool things with certificates of authenticity, and it's going to be an auction.
Awesome.
A silent auction and a verbal auction. We have a comedian coming in for dinner.
Anybody of note?
Excuse me?
What's his name?
Oh, it's Blast from the New Demolition.
Okay, I think I've heard of him.
Comedian, yeah, Carmine, and he actually was the New Demolition with Bill Eadie many years ago.
Oh, wow.
And,
oh, that's right. I remember him. Blast. That's right.
Yeah, and he's going to do his comedic act during our dinner, so we can actually have like a dinner and show.
So that's what he's doing now.
Well, he's also a builder, and he runs a wonderful school in Long Island that he actually charges the children at a percentage to what their family could afford. So if it's an underprivileged child that can't afford wrestling school, but it will keep them off the street, you know, that man teaches them and lets them have somewhere to go and have a sense of belong.
Wow.
Free. How awesome is that?
That is a very cool dude right there.
You know, and yeah, it's amazing. There's so, you know, we only hear the bad things and the bad side, but let me tell you, there's so many beautiful, wonderful people out there that are doing good. And we need to applauding these people, showcasing these people, and presenting them to the world so that we can start putting a better light on wrestling than what has been done in the past.
Right, right. Now, what do you think of that? I think I asked you this in the initial interview, but do you think that maybe, obviously, the people who are going to attend an event like this are going to be the hardcore wrestling fan, but do you think that maybe the mainstream people would have more open arms to this if it wasn't for the way that wrestling is presented, namely in the light of the Chris Benoit tragedy, in the way that they just pounced on it?
Absolutely. Because the general public only knows what they're seeing on TV, and it must be real if it's on Channel 2.
Exactly.
You know, where do they get all their information of the world? TV.
Yep.
Okay, like everyone else in the world. And it's not their fault. It's media. So now, one of the tasks of Wrestlers Rescue is to change this through awareness, which is our is the cause, the need, the awareness of the positive side. I'll tell you what Wrestlers Rescue did. We put out a huge, email and we went on a crusade to find people that would be willing to donate dinner tickets to children that are like Make-A-Wish children or, you know, families that have children with major disabilities that can't afford because their families have been so challenged financially because of these ailments that their children have. And we were able to supply 2 families with a wonderful evening with free dinner tickets because someone was willing to donate.
That's awesome.
Wow. We actually sent out a letter to TNA and we sent out a letter to WWE asking them if they would be willing to purchase a table, which has 10 people, at $150 or $125 a person. So would it come up to $1,250 or $1,500? That's nothing for, come on.
And did they respond?
10 people, 10 children have these ailments that basically the only reason why they hold on in life is because their only pleasure is through wrestling, to be a part of this wonderful event, have a night of dinner with their family and dance and enjoy the camaraderie of these stars that keep them alive, literally.
Awesome.
And we're still waiting for an answer.
So you're telling me that WWE nor TNA responded to you?
We mailed them out a week ago. We haven't heard anything.
Oh, okay, so let's give them a little bit of time. Cutting a little fairness, let's give them a little bit of time to see what happens there.
Yeah, I can't imagine why they wouldn't participate in this, but...
It seems like TNA has to be letting some of the strings go, though, because don't you have some TNA Divas, TNA Knockouts coming up?
No, we don't have any TNA on our card, only because they have a pay-per-view that day.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Initially, I thought I had heard that you were trying to get people like SoCal Val to come up and things like that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, what a wonderful girl. Oh, my goodness, she's so cute. I saw her recently in North Carolina for the first time. I actually got to talk to her and meet her. And she's so cute. She was telling her about our foundation. She thought it was the most wonderful thing in the world, and she made me feel old. So she was like, oh, my God, I used to watch you when I was a little girl. And I'm like, oh, Lord.
I won't tell you who she also said that to. Well, actually, I will. Unfortunately, this might cause you to not like us anymore, but I used to host a radio show with Francine back in 2005, and SoCal Val came into WEW, that really interesting women's promotion that's out there. And she actually said that to Francine, and she's like, I am only like 34, right? Because I feel ancient when somebody comes up to me and tells me that they watched me growing up.
Yeah. No, but that's great. I mean, that's great. You know what? It just makes me real. Like, when she said it at first, I was like, oh, my God, I'm old. But then it just made me feel really good. Because if I influence this woman to be so excited about an industry that she was so blessed to be a part of, like, that is so awesome. And I will do anything in my world to help her. Anything. And I'll tell you what this beautiful I call a little girl, this young girl did. She, I said, well, I know you can't make it because you have a TNA free, engagement. But would you donate something like, like an outfit, something really novel that you can't kind of get everyone? I mean, I would love an 8x10 and signed, and that's great, and I will be grateful. But, if you could kind of think of something a little different, a little bit more cool.
Right.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm going to give you the outfit I have on right now. She has a beautiful blue gown on. And I said, no, that's too much, please. She goes, oh, no. Take a picture of me wearing it right now, and I'm going to sign it and autograph it and go upstairs in my room, and I'm going to take it off and give it to you right now off my body.
Oh, that's awesome. She gave you the dress off her back. That's awesome.
Off her body. She goes, I'm done with my appearance in 20 minutes, and I'm going to run upstairs and change, and we're going to, I'm going to give you this one right now.
Awesome.
Like, oh, my God, you are beautiful. Thank you.
That is great. Now, I got to tell you.
I totally picture her doing that, too.
What, taking her clothes off or giving it to her?
Giving it to her. She comes across as a really nice person on TV.
Okay.
Just watching her on TV.
Fantasizing her about taking off her dress.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
That came out wrong, didn't it?
A little bit, but you know what? I think we both were thinking it, Pat, just to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Pat. So let's see here. I think you mentioned that one of the major problems is you just don't know how to get the word out there. And I got to tell you, I've heard people talking about it, but the one thing that they have said is they don't know where to get tickets. So want to help us? Where do people go to get these tickets?
Well, you get tickets at Rscue.org. Wrestlers, as in many of us, plural. Rscue.org.
Excellent. And
there's PayPal. You can purchase them right there. Use your credit card, all that, and you can pick them up at the event. Print out your please print out your confirmation, bring it there, show it, and we will give you it right there at the event.
Excellent.
Okay.
That's awesome. Well, Dawn, I got to tell you, like I said, when we had you on the first time, the only thing I could think of, I always have a job trying to think of what I'm going to put there, Just for example, we just had Lita on the program, and I'm going to put, what do I put? Do I put Lita? Do I put Amy Dumas? Well, when I did your interview description for our little graphic on the side, all I could think of was, well, this interview was incredible. I'm just going to call it as such. Incredible Dawn Marie interview online. And I really enjoyed having you on last time, and it's great having you on this time. And for everybody who saw that ditzy character that you played in ECW, to hear what you are now and how you have this love of the business and you really want to help out the wrestling business, perhaps like nobody else has before, I wasn't surprised, and I'm really glad to hear it, and I'll do anything I can do to help promote Wrestlers Rescue. I'm on board, and if there's anything we can do, just let us know on the promotional end.
Our next one we're looking for is in March, April, and that'll be in Alabama, we're hoping. And we're not stopping. I know there's going to be some bumps in the road, and some will be very successful, and some may not be, but it's all a learning experience, and we're not going away. And it's persistence that got me to be where I was, and it's going to be persistence that's going to get this foundation to where it needs to be. And like, I have to make a quick comment, and then before you said something about Francine, then Francine and I have definitely had our bumps in the road.
Right.
It was like climbing Mount Everest at times between us.
Yes.
The bottom line is this. I will put all my personal issues aside with anyone that may have them with me or I may have with them. Not that there's many out there. But this is truly a mission for the cause and the end result. If Francine wanted to be a part of Wrestlers Rescue, I would sit at my table right next to her and do what we had to do. Because the bottom line is, it has nothing to do with personal issues. There are no egos involved. This is our foundation, not mine. This is ours, our alumni. And it is for the cause of the betterment of our community. And people may say, well, maybe you and Vince won't be able to work together. And I said, I don't care what our issues are. I have no ill feelings towards WWE or him or anyone in his family. I loved my time there. I thought it was the best days of my life. And I would love nothing more than to be shoulder to shoulder with him for this wonderful cause. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And the other thing is, if anyone's looking to buy dinner tickets, the dinner tickets will be closed out on Monday. They're done. You have to have them pre-bought. You can't buy them at the event.
Incredible. And so you better get on there to wrestlersrescue.org and pick those up. I believe you have a MySpace as well. Is that correct?
You can go to my MySpace, Dawn Marie Online, and then you could go right to the link to Wrestlers Rescue, our event page.
That's awesome. Well, Dawn, I really do hope this is a success for you, and whenever there's one coming up, if there's going to be an ongoing organization to help raise money, even in between these events, let us know. You guys have a banner on our website free of charge as long as you guys want it and as much as we can help promote you guys, because we really do believe in this cause. Obviously, one of the things that we do here is we talk to all these wrestlers, and unfortunately, I kind of kick myself. There's 2 wrestlers that I got the numbers of that I didn't call, and I wish I did. And that was, I interviewed Sherry Martel, and then I got a number again because she wanted to do an interview. And guess what happened? She passed in the time that I was going to get her for an interview. And then I got Killer Kowalski's number. He wanted to do something to promote his school. I didn't call him. And I wake up one morning and he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you got to take care of these guys. You got to do what you can to help promote these wrestlers. And, I mean, obviously him right now, he's a perfect example of why this organization needs to be, because he's right now using the Cauliflower Alley Club to try to earn money to pay off his bills, and he's deceased. His family has medical bills that they're probably never going to be able to pay off.
Families left, in debt, and it's hard to move on when you're still worrying about the past. And actually, the one in Alabama, and I don't even think I've announced this yet, but I'm going to announce it with you, because we're talking about this, is we will be doing something, we're talking about doing something in Alabama as a memorial and memento to Sherry Martel.
That's incredible. That would be great.
The Martel family involved, and it is a very, I don't want to get into the details, but it will be like something you've never seen, and it will be a celebration of her life and what she has done for many of us, and it's something that needed to be done that never was. There were some issues, and her passing was not done probably the way it should have, the family feels. So through Wrestlers Rescue, they had contacted me here, and we will do what is right for Mrs. Martell.
All righty, Dawn, you got to do me a favor, though. Could you do us a favor, and when this event happens, even if you just post it as a MySpace bulletin, could you give us some kind of update telling us how the event turns out?
Absolutely. You're more than welcome to call us on September 15th.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Again, thank you so much for setting us up with Tori Wilson. And this show, this entire episode of our program has been dedicated to Wrestlers Rescue. We want everybody that's in the New Jersey area, in the tri-state area, turn up and do what you can to promote this stuff. I mean, obviously, Bobby Heenan said it once that if you're in this business, you're going to be in it for your entire life. That even goes if you're a fan. If you're a fan of this business, truly, you're going to be a fan from pretty much birth until the day that you set your foot in the ground. So I really hope that the people who really do get so many hours of enjoyment out of wrestling every single week and have for their entire lives, give a little bit of money to try to help out the people who have entertained them.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dawn, and stay tuned for more from the Interactive Interview.